pretty much when you want to be a hoe, but there's like a nice term of saying it.
I've never heard of a nice term for calling it me. You call a spade, folks. Where I come from. So I don't know what she talking about. Then you jumping off. You jump.
Hey girl, welcome back to my channel. But if you are new here, welcome. I am Nicole, and today I'm joined by my husband Al.
Salute.
And we are going to continue our series on dating and expectations and standards. So this is part 2 of the Are Women's Standards Too High? If you have not checked out the first video, actually you can stay and watch this and then go back, or go back and then come here. Either way, it doesn't matter. So I'm going to first say to not expect the man to be this filthy rich guy and you don't have money, or not if you may not have money, but you don't have some kind of success in your own right.
So, what you expected to get out of something is pretty much what you put in, and that applies to that. You know what I'm saying? If you don't have a lot of drive and a lot of goals, you probably ain't gonna really. You can't. Well, I ain't gonna say you ain't gonna, because you can expect whatever you want, but you can't seriously expect to find somebody that's successful, because a successful person got drive. They got goals. So if you're the type of person that like that, then don't try to get with somebody that you know is successful. You know, so that's a fact right there.
Yeah, like I think we talked about that in one of the previous videos. I'll link it right here. But we talked about, you know, people want somebody that's equal, or at least somewhere on their playing field. They don't. One of the days of just taking care of somebody and being a captain, save a hoe or save a person. You know, that's dead nowadays. Unless
both parties agree that's what they looking for, that's what they want. You know what I mean? So
right.
If you get with somebody and a guy, you know, happen to be doing better than you, and he tells you, well, look, I just want you to take care of the house and you don't got to work, keep your job or whatever. If it's a situation like that and it's understood, and that's different. But just as a general rule with people our age, yeah, that stuff is old. That's passe. You know, people want somebody that's going to bring it, what you bring to the table. If I got a whole loaf of bread and you got a half loaf of bread, then something will add up.
No,
we need 2 whole loaves.
Exactly.
In case I lose my loaf, we can still eat off this.
Absolutely.
So that's the same thing with that right there. It goes.
By the way, our 3.5-month-old is hanging out with us again. So if you hear any noise, any cooing, that's him.
So while we're on the topic and discussing these matters, another thing that goes hand in hand with what we're talking about is giving it up too soon. You know, I know that's a thing, you know, commonly found with people our age and people older too. But yeah, I mean, if you give it up too soon, I mean, you got to put yourself in a guy's perspective, okay? You know, if a guy's a bachelor and he playing the field, if you will, casually dating, however you want to refer to it, and you wind up giving him some, just say like, for the sake of argument, you give him some probably in like the first 2 weeks of y'all talking, you know, that's pretty quickly. The most guys, the average guy, I'm a guy, the average guy gonna probably think like, yo, she probably do this all the time. She might be a jump off. You don't want to give it up too soon, because if you do, then that's how he gonna deal with you. If you looking for more than that, if you want a husband, you want a serious exclusive relationship, don't be getting up the butt in 2 or 3 weeks, because you're not carrying yourself like somebody that want a serious relationship. So just think about that. Let that marinate.
I'm glad you added that caveat, because if you're not looking for a relationship, by all means, don't listen to a word we're saying. You do whatever you want to do. But if you are looking for something serious, sometimes whether you know, were easy or promiscuous, or, you know, what's the word I'm looking for? Self-discovering. What's the word? Like, pretty much when you want to be a hoe, but there's like a nice term of saying it.
I've never heard of a nice term for calling it me. You call a spade, folks. Where I come from. So I don't know what she talking about. Then you jumping off. You jumping off. So.
No, I mean, it's like just owning your own body and doing whatever you want with your own body, and not being judged for it. If that's what you did in the past, cool. But when it comes time to have a serious relationship, looking for a husband, you may have to just tweak the way you were doing things.
Yeah, I mean, you know, just to add to that, I'm not saying don't do that if that's what you want to do. We're being real clear about it. Don't misconstrue it. If you're looking for something serious, you can't be giving it up all fast. Now, if it's just a fling and, you know, y'all just, hey, do what you do. Get it in. You know what I mean? But, hey, just make sure you use protection.
I know. Wrap it up. So, moving on. It's a little story time. I knew a lady who was interested in this guy, and they wound up going out on a date. Come to find out, he disclosed that he had a girlfriend right in the middle of the date. She moved forward with the date, you know, and continued to see him. However, one day he was with his girlfriend and she wanted to see him, and he blew her off basically. And I don't know why, but she said that she was and I don't know why, but she said she was shocked that he blew her off. He wasn't sticking to what he said and keeping his word. And to me, I just thought, why would you expect a guy who is cheating on his girlfriend to keep his word? He has no integrity. That's not who he is, and that's not who he's going to be unless, you know, he really tries to change. Yeah, anything to say?
Yeah, I mean, I agree. You know, that's pretty much a fact again, you know, because like you say, they may not be married, you know, because, I mean, let's just be real with it. If you're not married, you really ain't obligated to anyone. It don't, just because you're in a relationship with somebody, that don't mean nothing. Until you got that hardware on your finger, then in terms of being faithful, that don't really matter. You know, if you just date somebody, then you do what you want to do, but it speaks to their character. So if you know, if a guy with somebody else and they living together, and then he's seeing you on the side, like, that pretty much tells you what kind of guy he is. He pretty much letting you know up front. So you really can't even be mad at him because he letting you know what he about. And yeah, so it's kind of funny. It made me think about a story years ago too, when, you know, I had a partner that was, you know, in a situation too. He was dating a girl, and another female was interested in him, and he was giving me the spiel on it, trying to figure out what he wanted, what should he do, how should he handle the situation. Well, you know, long story short, he really just wanted to have sex with the other girl, smash as we call it, right? And so he told her straight up. The girl knew that he had a girl. He told her straight up, like, you know, well, you know, I want to smash, you know, I got a girl, but you know I'm trying to smash. And her response was, well, I'm not letting you smash anything until I see what you're about. And I'm like, that was her response. He was telling me the story. I'm like, bruh, like, you telling her what you're about. You got a girl and you trying to creep. So for whatever reason, she felt like she needed to get to know the guy more. But stuff like that, you got to be aware that, you know, you can't fall for the new kind of trap. Like,
to me, it's just super strange. Like, why would you want to know what he's about? You know what he's about.
He's showing you what he's about.
Clearly, it's showing you. What else is there to know?
Right.
Are you down or not?
Yep.
So I don't understand. Like, don't play yourself. You're not any different, any better than his girlfriend. So if he's playing her, he'll do the same thing to you. Trust me. What else would you add to the list? Comment down below. And as always, let's elevate our lives together. Later.